Let's look at the divisibility trick for 1 through 10. 1 doesn't require a divisibility trick because it divides all the numbers. So let's start with 2. For 2, all we have to do is we have to look at the last digit. And if that digit is even, it will be divisible by 2. If the last digit is odd, it will not be divisible by 2. So for example, if we have 16, we have to look at the last digit. The last digit is 6. 6 is even, so 16 is divisible by 2. Let's look at another example. Let's say we have 23. The last digit is 3. 3 is odd, so it won't be divisible by 2. For 3, the divisibility trick is to add up all the numbers and see if it's divisible by 3. For example, if we have 27, all we have to do is we have to add 2 plus 7. That's 9. And 9 is divisible by 3. So 27 is divisible by 3. So let's say we have 83. 8 plus 3 is 11. And 11 is not divisible by 3. So 83 won't be divisible by 3. What if we have 117? 1 plus 1 plus 7 is 9. 9 is divisible by 3, so 117 will be divisible by 3. Let's look at the divisibility trick for 4. For 4, all we have to do is we have to look at the last 2 digits. If those are divisible by 4, the number is divisible by 4. Let's say we have 124. All we have to look at is the 24. 24 is divisible by 4, so 124 is divisible by 4. 337. We look at the last 2 digits, so that's 37, and that's not divisible by 4, so 337 is not divisible by 4. Let's look at one more example. Let's say we have 332. 32 is divisible by 4, so 332 is divisible by 4. For 5, all we have to do is look at the last digit. If it's a 5 or a 0, the number is divisible by 5. If it isn't, then it isn't divisible by 5. For example, let's say we have 15. The last digit is a 5, so 15 is divisible by 5. Let's say we have 270. The last digit is a 0, so 270 is divisible by 5. What if we have 323? The last digit is a 3. The last digit has to be a 0 or a 5. This isn't any of those, so this is not divisible by 5. Let's look at the divisibility trick for 6. The divisibility trick for 6 is to use the tricks for 2 and 3. If they both apply, then the number is divisible by 6. If either one of them doesn't apply, the number is not divisible by 6. For example, let's say we have 324. The last digit is a 4, so this is divisible by 2. And if we add up all of these, we'll get 3 plus 2 plus 4, which is 9. So this is divisible by 3, and it's divisible by 2, so it's divisible by 6. Let's say we have 476. The last digit is a 6, so it's divisible by 2. And when we add all of them up, we get 17. 17 is not divisible by 3, so the number is not divisible by 6. The divisibility trick for 7 is slightly trickier than all the other ones. Let's say we have 161. What we're going to do is we're going to take the last digit and multiply it by 2. We're going to subtract this from the rest of the number. 16 minus 2 is 14. If this number is divisible by 7, then the number will be divisible by 7. So 161 will be divisible by 7. What if we have 227? So we have to do 22 minus 7 times 2. 22 minus 14 is 8. 8 is not divisible by 7, so 227 is not divisible by 7. The divisibility trick for 8 is similar to the divisibility trick for 4, but instead we have to look at the last 3 digits. The last 3 digits of 8,128 is 128. Now, to determine if 128 is divisible by 8, we have to divide 128 by 8. So we can put a 1 there. 12 minus 8 is a 4. We drag down the 8. 8 times 6 is 48. And there's no remainders. So 8,128 is divisible by 8. Let's say we have 9,387. We need to check if 387 is divisible by 8. So we put a 4 there. 38 minus 32 is 6. We drag down the 7. 8 times 8 is 64. 67 minus 64 is 3. There is a remainder, so this will not be divisible by 8. The trick for 9 is very similar to the trick for 3. All we have to do is we have to add up all the numbers. 8 plus 3 plus 7 is 18. 18 is divisible by 9. So 837 is divisible by 9. 4 plus 3 plus 8 is 15. 15 is not divisible by 9, so 438 won't be divisible by 9. The divisibility trick for 10 is very similar to the divisibility trick for 5. All we have to do is look at the last digit. If the last digit is a 0, it's divisible by 10. If not, it isn't divisible by 10. Let's say we have 230. The last digit is a 0, so this will be divisible by 10. If instead we had 215, the last digit is a 5. So this is divisible by 5, but it's not divisible by 10. Divisibility tricks can be challenging, so this requires a lot of practice.
I've linked a practice worksheet and its answers in the comment section, so make sure to go check those out.